Hello and welcome to a Bass Guy show. While I'm talking here, I'm actually setting up things. I gotta start the stream and press go live. Today's show is dedicated to David Attenborough, who is 100 years old today. That's an achievement. And he's a guy of science and nature. Science, nature, love, respect. Cup of tea with the Queen. Hello and welcome everybody. You're watching a Bass Guy show. This is episode 1642 of a Bass Guy show. And we can jump back in time like it's no problem. Here's a Bass Guy show in 2000. Here's the Bass Guy show 10 years ago when David was 90. So there's the show there. We can even listen.
Hey, stop. Welcome to the jungle. You're gonna welcome to the jungle.
That's the show 10 years ago.
This is Bass Guy, and I'm on a computer. Hello, computer. And you're on a computer too, or a device. Same thing, same difference. This week is Jungle Week.
So we can do stuff there later. And the temperature was about the same, so that says quite a lot. I'm still working on a lot of things. You'll notice a lot of changes today if you're a keen observer like Patrick is. Patrick is Sky of the Universe, and he is doing the drone footage above us. That's the eye of Montreal there. And BB was one of the first to go up in it, actually. I think they were the second ever to go up in it. They went super early when it opened. And I've taken the floor pedals, most of them, and I've put most of the floor pedals now onto the table. So now they're so I've got ones down here, and this is a this is a wah-wah pedal. So it goes. This is an effects pedal. I don't have time ever to do anything because it's just the studio. It's 15 hours a day building the studio. So that's volume. And over here, I've got a new thing now. I've got some more pedals. I've invested some more time and money in my table loop station, the green buttons up there. I can now start and stop the drums with my foot. I have to program that 90 times on the machine. And I've got another pedal where I can record on the tabletop. I'm talking about all the tabletop stuff. I can record on the tabletop now using my foot, but I have to program it for 90 songs. I've only done about 3. And to program it, you gotta program 5 channels and change 8 different variables in the miniature computer on it. It's a lot of work. But anyway, so now I can start the drums and stop them hands-free. And I've got all my... I'm trying to find the right camera here. And welcome to everybody. Welcome to Patricia. Welcome to Jarell. Welcome to Sky of the Universe. Welcome to Train Span 101. Got a good room here. Hello, hi, 2838. That's right. We're going to have Frankie MacDonald calling in at 10:50. And basically, I've been waking up every day at 4 or 5 in the morning and doing stuff that no one sees, just wiring. So to move these floor pedals, so you can move them here so you can see them. I've got all my floor pedals. So what I can do now, which is really cool, I've never even tried it yet, because as I said, time is like one of the hardest things in the world to get. So I have like my delay here. So it's a tap delay, right? So tap delay is really cool. If I start the drum beat with my feet, there's the drum beat, right? And then I could tap it to the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's in time, right? But now, because it's on the table, I can adjust all the reverb and delay. I'll get good at it, but you can make it sound pretty freaky. Having trouble getting it right, but So I'm going to learn how to do all that stuff. And then I have to learn how to put it back so it's normal, so I don't destroy the show. Which is cool. And then I could do things like my course. Can change the speed. And then I've got my synth. And then I can do the voice here.
Sleeping appear.
So I can do that now. But I like to have the camera up a bit so you can see what is going on. And sometimes it takes like a million hours just to adjust a camera or a wire. I had to move about 48 guitar pedals and put them underneath, and just before I started, something started to blow up the studio and make a huge noise, and I hope I located it, and things like that. So we will get on with the show. So yeah, just doing the studio maintenance. That's why when I had the flood, I lost my mind. I just lost it. That was like 2.5 years ago, because it takes like 10 years to set up this stuff. Like, no joke, it takes 5 to 10 years, and the flood destroyed it all. And I'm still 2.5 years later fixing it. So it's hard for me to see the comments, but I can kind of slightly see them. We're doing 2 shows, by the way, today. And I might make some mistakes and some wires might not work. I visited the Plaza Point Claire last Sunday. Nice train ride. Right on, Jarrell, man. Can meet up for a coffee one day at the Plaza. That'd be fun. I'll be on vertical stream, says Sky of the Universe. And on the horizontal, we've got Pat saying, remember Jack puts a lot of effort into his show. Show your support by going to his website, which is bassguyshow.com, and you can click on the yellow tip pedal. I'd like to thank Pat for tipping last week. We made $10 last week, and one wire can cost $8,000 billion. So I do suffer from spinal damage, so I'm a bit slow on everything, and we're doing 2 shows. So on the vertical show, I got to put in everything manual, and the screen and the visuals are slightly different so that it suits the vertical viewer. Because we care about you, the vertical viewer. So there's the show. While I'm talking crap, I'm actually pressing all the right buttons and getting everything ready. Enjoy your stay. Grab some headphones. Use this as an opportunity to not scroll away. Everyone's always scrolling away. Pat and I are going to go to the Montreal Jazz Fest this year to maybe see Angine de Poitrine. And I'm going to go to the Couche-Tard as well. So if anyone wants to meet at the Couche-Tard, I'll pick up some items for you. Let me know what you want on the chat board at the Couche-Tard. A pepperoni stick, maybe a bag of cheesy poofs, and I went through this phase lately where I was doing tape cassette things. I got a really good tape cassette player and putting it into the computer, and then going out and filming and I've got a whole collection of about 100 tapes from the last 40 years. I've documented audio tapes. I've been turning them into videos on my Patreon, and I did a mammoth amount of work, and like 2 people said, oh cool. So kind of lost my I go in and out. I try to make things happen, but it's hard to do everything. And then by the time I get to this stage where I've recreated the whole studio, the pedals are in different places, I haven't had 0 time to learn anything at all. So I did buy a copy of Pink Floyd, The Wall, so let's look at that. I forgot all about that, and I'll tell you the story very quickly. When I was a little kid, I was about 4 years old, 3 or 4, when I moved from Scotland to Quebec, Montreal, Saint-Anne-de-Bellevue, and right across the street from where the Couche-Tard now is, there was a second-hand store upstairs above the restaurants, you know, the Surcouf. Upstairs from there to the left, there was a second-hand store called The Prism, and I went in when I was about 7 years old, and my brother Mike was a huge music fan, and he loved music, and I recognized Pink Floyd album cover I had a bad dream from Pink Floyd when I was 5 years old at my grandfather's place, but it was off the album Metal. It was Echoes. Phone's telling me that Frankie's on tonight. And I went in and there was two young guys. I told this story before, but I got the album just this week. It was like $45 or something. And the guy said, you can have the album if you want for free, if you can reach it. And it was on the top shelf and I couldn't reach it, and for weeks it bugged me. And then for years I thought about that album, and it was always in the back of my head. And now I put on the album, and it's like a religious experience, Dark Side of the Moon. It's like saved my life or something. It's amazing. So I'm spending some time focusing on that right now. So here is, for the first time, showing the dark side of the moon. I don't know what camera to show it on, I guess the middle. And this was made in 1973, a year before I was born. Slightly bigger on the other side. When you open it up, make sure the album doesn't fall out. You've got all the lyrics, and this copy is the 50th anniversary remastered by the musicians and the producers, and it's got a nice matte finish. Instead of it all shiny, it's like a nice soft matte, non-reflective, beautiful cover, beautiful sound. I bought a record player 2 years ago, so I've been enjoying that. I'll put this back on the wall. I waited 50 years to get this, and now I'm learning the album. So when I say learn, I don't have time to learn anything ever, because I'm always trying to make the studio not fall apart. And off about a budget of $10 a week, I managed to make this whole show work. This is episode 1642. This is Bass Guy serving you, the public, and being here for you to play some music. So sit back and enjoy. Don't scroll away. And if you'd like to support, you can. Thank you for being here.
Someone was
and choose your own ground. Long you live and high you fly, smiles you'll give and tears you'll cry. All you touch and all you see is all your life will ever be. Run, run, rabbit, run. Dig that hole, get some sun. When at last the work is done, don't sit down. It's time to dig another one. For love you live, and high you fly, but only if you ride the tide and balanced on the biggest wave. We race towards an early grave.
Some kind of very vivid, irrational, unlimited image. I shall catch this image. And then with the more careful photographic style, leading appear some genres. kind of very vivid, irrational, unlimited, innate. I myself catch the flash. And then this little more careful photographic style, leading appear some genuine, some kind of very vivid, irrational, unlimited.
The field So there's a bit of a buzz still in the studio. And I don't mean in the room or the show. I mean, I've got a buzz in this room, like a bzzz. It drive me crazy for about 10 years, so I try and cover it with effects and stuff. So there's some of Dark Side of the Moon. I've been learning it by listening to it. I haven't actually played the chords. Like, I've written them down in the words, but I haven't actually practiced it yet. So I found this in my record collection too, The Wall, Pink Floyd, The Wall, which also opens up. It's not funny. Is there anybody here? How's it going? So when you're playing music and running all this stuff, it's hard to, like, every 5 seconds, you know, explain yourself and go, hey everybody, how's it going? I'm trying to play music, you know. I'm not really into the all the dark, like, heavy stuff. I like more the David Gilmour side of it, I have to be honest. Like, but the lyrics are all by Roger Waters, and they're beautiful. And I find a lot of the work is actually done by the keyboard player. He's amazing. And I found this here too. My friend Matt left it. It's a Pink Floyd DVD of London 1966. So I like investigating different musicians and getting into them and figuring out different things. So this is Pink Floyd in 1966, I guess, just after Sid Barrett. And I have to get ready for Frankie now, so I'll be back in 5 minutes. Thank you for watching, anybody who's here. There's really a lot of problems in the studio lately. I'm going on the Zoom meeting now. Okay, I'm going to start it now, Frankie. I mean, I have to have if I know you're watching, if you can watch the show and then know when I'm finished doing the thingy and stuff. So it's been very quiet lately. If you'd like to support a Bass Guy show, you can by going to bassguyshow.com and you can tip there. For example, we made $10 last week, so thank you very much, Pat, for the $10. And thank you for today. Thank you very much, bassguyshow.com. You can go there and you can support. We'll be back in 5 minutes with Frankie. I got to set it up, Frankie. 1 sec. Thank you for your time. I started the Zoom meeting, Frankie, and it says it's not working. It happens every week, and it's driving me crazy. And I just don't care anymore. If an app doesn't work, it's not my fault. Okay, so we're almost back and the Zoom is not working. I set up the meeting, I send out the email, I do the virtual camera, I put it on, I change my whole computer setup, change all the sound, do everything, and it does not work every single week. So please stand by while I have to go write an email basically, and send another email while I'm doing the show live to like 3 people while I spend like $200 a show to entertain strangers for free. It's really fun. So yeah, it's not working. See, I gotta change everything again over and over and over again. We'll be right back after these messages made by you, the viewer.
Knowing everyone's strengths and weaknesses will be important when we travel the U.S. in the bass gang bus.
Dave, I totally read that wrong.
You read Gangbang Bus Mickey, right?
Bang bus! We could make millions!
I have pornlexia.
Oh, yeah.
If you suffer from pornlexia, there is hope. The Pornlexia Association of Florida is here for you. We want you to know that you are not alone. You don't have to live with the shame and embarrassment anymore. Here at FAB, we teach you the skills you need to keep pornlexia from dictating your life. For more information, please visit the Pornlexia Association of Florida website today and see what FAB.
That makes no sense, Frankie, because I didn't do anything. This time I just got fed up of it and I didn't do anything. I just left it. So it does work. So tell me what happened on your side. Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie MacDonald.
I'm doing great so far. I'm on Townsend Street in City Black Diamond right now. Things are going great so far. We had heavy rain in Sydney, Nova Scotia last Friday.
Heavy rain. Over here we got cold weather. It's been cold. Sometimes we get the sun comes out, but it's like 5 degrees outside. It's like
later on this week, both East Coast and West Coast is getting a lot of rain. Even Vancouver and Victoria and all those places. And the state side's getting a lot of rain. Southeastern United States because of El Nino developing off the coast of Ecuador. Montreal's going to get cold weather and chance of rain in Montreal too. Boston, New York, Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Atlanta, and all those places.
So Frankie, how did the Zoom call work? Because I was waiting and it wasn't working. What happened?
That means I clicked on it. That means I just double checked it. It worked.
Okay, I think it works every time. I think it's just a problem with you guys picking it up. I don't know what it is, but we'll figure it out. So you're talking about El Nino. What's happening?
The warm waters off the coast of Ecuador. That's going to affect a lot of weather patterns around the world.
If anybody has any questions for Frankie MacDonald, please ask your questions. And please, Sky, if you're there, if you can remind me to go into right-click sound settings into my windows and go to my line in and change my line in, because the Zoom keeps changing all my audio, and it's a music show, so it counts a little bit, you know. But thank you, Pat. If you have any questions, Frankie, my question is, when is hot weather finally going to come to the east coast of Canada?
Pretty soon, and the West Coast too. That's going to cause a lot of fires. It's going to turn a lot of rain in the interior of British Columbia, where Joey Onley lives. That's going to and get some little relief for the fires.
So yeah, my friend John, Base 4001, John is a friend here. He told us that he had forest fire smoke in Florida today. What's going on, Frankie?
Really bad there. It's dry. It's active. It's an odd weather pattern. They're predicting a lot of rain in Florida this winter coming.
So I'm trying to hold the studio together, Frankie. I'm still rebuilding it since the flood. When did Bass Guy Studios get flooded?
August 2024 for remnants of Debbie.
August 2024. That's when the studio got destroyed.
That's my dad.
I'm still fixing
said,
it. The microphone stands.
My dad's here. My dad's here.
Welcome to Mr. Frank MacDonald. We also have Base 4001 here, and he's asking Frankie, does Frankie have thoughts on when Florida will get regular rain again?
Pretty soon. That means 2 years ago, it had so much rain in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Edmonton Oil, the Florida Panthers barely left Fort Lauderdale for Edmonton, Alberta to go into Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
Your dad says that you're looking great.
I look great so far. I'm showing you Townsend Street in Sydney.
So as you see, Frankie films very professionally, nice and slow and steady with lead-in lines. Nice and smooth filming, taking his time, not rushing around manically. It's just everything is calm, focused. I think Frankie could not only be a professional comedian touring the world, he could probably also be a filmmaker. The way he films is just unbelievable. So amazing. So that's Townsend Street.
Yes, it is. Just imagine if somebody turned to host in a nightclub, what does that mean? Where's all the loud music coming from, Frankie? That means when a guy comes home, it's like, there's a bouncer at the door.
And the guy's like, well, I live here. And the son comes home, and there's kids on his lawn. They're smoking cigarettes, drinking Molson Stubbies. There's music. The dad lost the plot and turned his house into a nightclub. He took the credit card. He bought a disco ball and a sound system and painted all the walls black and pink and yellow and everything. And then the police show up, and they knock on the door, Frankie. And the police goes, sir, are you the owner of this house?
Yes.
Okay, let me just do my paperwork here. Okay, 1 Crescent Street, 17. Okay. Sir, is this a residential or, let me check my papers here. Is this a residential or commercial area?
Residential area.
Okay. Sir, do you have a license for this?
No.
Put your hands behind your back. You're coming with me. You're under arrest.
That means when a guy wakes up the next morning, he'll say, Mom, what happened?
Say, son, your father and I are getting
divorce.
So this is one of Frankie MacDonald's original jokes that we've been working on for about 3 years, and hopefully, Frankie, you'll do your world tour with it.
I live in Sydney really well. And guess what? Breaking news: Dave Smith, Jen Smith, Doug Sampson, Lord Octopus, Professor Octopus, the Winnipeg said hi to you. Daisy Rampage, Jason Marshall, Trey Campbell, Roger Wildchild said hi to you too.
I remember even John recently used Frankie's technique for showing us the new 7-Eleven gas station. So people are copying. I remember one day I said, Frankie, can you please film slowly and very professionally? And now people on the show are copying the way that you're filming, Frankie. They're learning from your skill.
And then, did you hear about this? Here's Townsend Street in Sydney.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Frankie MacDonald live on the line, filming from Sydney Townsend Street. Look how professionally he films. Everything's nice and smooth and slowly. Might be going, oh, I think he's got free Wi-Fi. You're not stealing Wi-Fi, are you, Frankie?
No. Did you hear what this? Just imagine, and the doctor picked up the guy, threw him in the garbage at the hospital.
Why'd he throw him in the garbage?
Doctor's just too busy.
Frankie, your jokes never get old, man. We love them. We got 11 o'clock over here. That means it's Friday here, and it's Saturday in Sydney. I'm in Montreal, and you're 2 provinces over. That means you're in the future, Frankie. Are you? If you're from
5 hours ahead of me.
Well, if you're from the future, does that mean that you're AI?
I'm not AI.
Okay, I believe you. I think, ladies and gentlemen, Larry has confirmed it. We've got the real Frankie. That's right.
Whitney Pier area is great so far. I'm down on Townsend Street in Sydney, Nova Scotia, over town. Things in Whitney Pier is going great so far.
Sky is I feel like the microphones, I can feel when things are going to break. Frankie, we have Sky of the Universe. Patrick saying, how is the Whitney Pier doing?
Things are great so far. Whitney Pier so far. I did your hair about this. Monica's doing great in Bonaventure, Quebec. And guess what? Jason Marshall's doing great in Dayton, Ohio, USA.
And any work has been done on the pier? Have they done any construction?
David Smith's doing great in Winnipeg, Manitoba. So is Chen Smith, Doc Sampson, Lord Octopus, Professor Octopus are all doing great. Daisy Rampage is in Boise, Idaho.
So I'm reading
Trey Campbell's in Austin, Texas. Roger the Wild Charles in Katy, Texas, west of Houston. And Gary and Dino's in Scottsdale, Arizona.
I'm reading 2 chat boards because we're doing a vertical show and a horizontal show on YouTube. And it's hard to read two chat boards, but luckily not many people are watching the show. So hello, PC Unique Builder. We built the PC, didn't we, Frankie? We built the old Lenovo computer together here on the Bass Guy show.
Yes, things are going great so far.
You used to call me. You used to call me, and you told me to get 16 gig and 8 gig of RAM, and then a new memory card, and then we put in a video card, and we did a whole bunch of stuff, right?
That means Pat upgraded the 16 gigs to 8 from 8 gigs of RAM.
What's your most powerful computer that you own?
My most powerful computer I own is HP Omen desktop computer, 32 gigs of RAM, 2 terabyte solid state drive, the other 3 times 2 terabyte external solid state drives.
Wow. And do you still have the gaming laptop that we got before?
Yes, it works great so far. It works great.
And it lights up?
Guess what? It lights up. I got multiple laptops that lights up too.
Amazing. I'm surprised my old computer's working. I bought it from Future Guy in 2014, and I've re-added every single thing. The powers. You're the guy, Frankie, that told me I needed to buy a new power source. You have to buy a huge power block and put it like a big fan and everything. Because why do you have to upgrade the power source, Frankie?
Because the old power source is not powerful enough.
There you go. And you're sure you're not AI?
I'm not AI.
And you can see the show. You can see me waving to you, Frankie.
Yeah.
How's it going today, bud?
Great so far. I got something to say. Stefan is 5 hours ahead of me.
I haven't seen Stefan in a while. He must be busy. He works like 5 jobs. He's trying to pay off debt, and he's working like 18 hours a day.
Finland is 6 hours ahead of me.
Sky is also asking, Frankie, is the Neville Park still there where you did your earthquake video?
Yes, it's still there.
Pat is one of your first viewers. We used to watch you before you became famous.
Yes, severe earthquake warning for California, September 2010. I still got it on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, on the YouTube channel. So that's amazing. You're from the Black Diamond, and tomorrow's karaoke there?
Karaoke at Dooley's in the Black Diamond. And things are great so far. Sunday, Chase Marshall interviews me. He runs We Don't Have Cookies podcast every Sunday.
Is it busy at the Black Diamond tonight, or just kind of quiet?
Not as busy tonight. Yes, so Jason Marshall interviews me on Sunday after morning.
Okay. Frankie, tell us the weather or something around the world. I have to turn a fan off. I'm getting cold.
Sapporo, Japan is getting lots of rain. The forecast, warm air, cold air fighting each other in Sapporo, Hagadale, Japan. Lots of thunderstorms and rain going on in southern south coast of China right now. And Siberia is gradually warming up. Vorkuta, Russia is getting some snow flurries in the forecast, and milder temperatures are heading for Vorkuta, Russia. And UK is lots of warm air, cold air fighting each other. Got some showers of rain forecast, and you got cold weather in northern UK as well. They had a big hailstorm somewhere in the States.
And you said that Denver is getting a huge snowstorm. Is that correct?
Yes. Area had it on Tuesday and Wednesday. And guess what? I sent you a video. That asteroid's headed towards the Earth on April 13th.
Is it going to hit the Earth?
It's going to bypass the Earth. That's going to trigger earthquakes.
Oh, well. Oh, it's going to trigger earthquakes. Is that because of the gravitational pull of the...
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy. How close to the Earth does it get?
32,000 kilometers, 20,000 miles.
That's pretty close, eh? Relatively. That's pretty close. Oh, that beep. I apologize. That happens very often. It's my drum set turns off automatically, and I can't stop it. And yes.
Earlier this week, you had to update your computer by Windows Update.
Yeah, everything went cattywampus, and I've moved all my pedals and gear around. So, like, the whole studio, I took apart again and put back together, and I'm seeing space goblins. It's so much work. I just want to cry, and sometimes I got to fix things, and it's almost impossible. But hey, there's always a show, and the parts that go wrong are an opportunity to do stuff, like the Dozers and Fraggle Rock. Did you ever watch Fraggle Rock, Frankie?
That's another TV show.
They had the little construction workers, and the Fraggles always broke they had plexiglass, and they broke all their construction. But the Dozers
they're twinning a Highway 185 in Quebec. It's going to be complete out of Route 85 in Quebec. It's like controlled access highway from New Brunswick border to out of Route 20 in Quebec.
And we have a brand new bridge. The bridge opened when my mom was like 12, 15 years old, I think. And the Ile de Tort Bridge, they built a brand new bridge, and that's finished. And now we have the REM that's coming to our town. So it's 2 miles out of town. You got to take a bus to get to it. And then there's the new Sky. Have you heard of the Sky? Frankie, have you heard of the new REM? It's a Sky train in Montreal.
Yes.
They've been building them everywhere for like the last 5-10 years, and ours is opening next week. We've been waiting 5 years for it to open. It's opening next week.
They're building a new bridge in Miramichi, New Brunswick on Highway 8.
May 16th. And we got Mother's Day coming up, so happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers.
Tomorrow's Victory Day in Russia. That's a long weekend in Russia this weekend. Next weekend is a long weekend in Canada. And the weekend after that is Memorial Day weekend in the States.
When I'm doing the studio and doing work, I'm always listening to a video in the background. And the last couple of days, I've been watching documentaries on the history of Russia and Stalin and Lenin and all that, the Siberia and the camps. And it's just crazy, the history of Russia, man. I watch that stuff all the time, but I was watching it today.
Did you hear about this? Victoria Day weekend, that's a long weekend in Canada. Not this weekend, but next weekend. And the following weekend is Memorial Day weekend in the States. That's a long weekend in the U.S.
And there was Trotsky and the first socialist movement from Germany before World War II. Was crazy. What happened in World War II, Frankie?
That means they had to have a lot of restrictions, rationing food and fuel and things like this. They had to be indoors. They had to have a mandatory curfew when the sirens go off. You had to board up the windows back then.
Where I used to live in Glasgow, I think 2,000 people died during the Blitz. And when I was there in like 2008, they found a bomb in the Clyde, in the river. There's a river that goes right through Glasgow, the Clyde. It was a huge shipping yard. It was the biggest shipping yard in the world for 100 years. And they sold tobacco to the whole world and all this stuff. And they found a bomb, a German bomb that hadn't been blown up yet. They had to close the whole area and disarm it. And they sent all the kids from London and England, all the children were sent up to Scotland in World War II. All the kids had to get on a train and go away, Frankie.
Yes, that's a hard time for them.
My grandmother, who lived in St. Anne de Bellevue, she was in London and she survived the Blitz, and she worked in the ammunition factories and stuff like that. My grandfather met her in London when he was a soldier. But they didn't a long time ago, and they never named any street after him, even though he comes
back in the early 60s. They built the Berlin Wall back in the 60s in East Germany.
Yeah, the division and the wall. I've got the Wall here by Pink Floyd because I'm trying to relate it to the show, music. And there's the Wall and the Pink Floyd. But the Wall album actually was inspired by a concert in Montreal in 1977. Pink Floyd's audiences used to be chilled out and they would listen to the music. Hey, how's it going there, sir?
There's nobody. Oh, is that closed? What is Frankie?
Things are great so far.
How's it going, Frankie? So
And did your hair
the wall came from Montreal, and because the fans were like being rowdy and yelling, "Do this, play that," and they didn't like it, and they wanted to like build a wall between them and the audience because there was like, you know, people are just like, play the Fishy Fish song, play Freebird. So Frankie, take over the show.
Back in 1989, the fall of the Berlin Wall. That means that Germany is reunited in 1989. That's a while back.
Yeah, I remember watching that on television, Frankie, with my brothers and my mom and dad. We used to sit at the TV after dinner and watch. We usually watch the Muppets or something, and we watched the Berlin Wall live. So I'm having
that means they brought down the Berlin Wall in 1989.
And I watched this movie. We had a 100-year-old cinema in our town. It's the biggest tragedy that they didn't. It's not there anymore. It should have been a historical fucking monument of the country. We had a theater, and we watched Pink Floyd The Wall in the cinema. They had 2 movies every night for $2.50.
I remember that during Vietnam War back in the 70s, the fuel prices went up in the 70s because of Vietnam War back then.
And I think if you go on my YouTube channel, you can go on the search. A lot of people don't know that, but if you go into like Frankie's YouTube search, there's a YouTube channel. There's a search engine for YouTube at the top, but on a person's channel, there's a second magnifying glass right below where you can search the person's channel. And if you go onto Bass Guy Show and search for the film box, Bass Guy Film Box, you can find it later. And there's a whole episode I did on my cinema. It was the best time in my life, Frankie, going to the movies. We watched 2 movies for $2.50 every night, and I just saw every single movie ever, and people were throwing popcorn and sneaking in and all that kind of Cinema Paradise is a good film. Films are for winter, though, aren't they, Frankie, in the wintertime?
Especially American Thanksgiving weekend and Christmas.
What are the big holidays and festivals coming up soon, Frankie?
Canada Day is on 1st of July. Independence Day in the States is July 4th. Then Bastille Day is July 14th. Revolution Day in Egypt is on July 23rd. India's Independence Day is August the 15th.
And we're celebrating today, we're dedicating today's show to David Attenborough because it's his birthday today. And how old is he today, Frankie?
In his 90s.
No, he's 100 years old today.
Happy birthday, David, and have a great birthday, Frank Donald.
Have you seen David Attenborough before on TV, Frankie?
Yes.
He does the animal shows and the Blue Planet and nature and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So very quiet today. Frankie, what is your favorite Thanks, Pat, for keeping the show going. Frankie and John. Frankie, what is your favorite movie of all time?
2012.
2012. That's funny because when I moved back to Canada, I did a gig in St. Anne's, and we called it with all my friends. I hadn't seen in 20 years, and we called it the End of the World gig because the end of the world was supposed to be 2012 on New Year's Eve, right?
December 21st.
December 21st. That's right. That's when I did a gig. I made the poster
like
for
the Mayan calendar ends.
And what happened?
The Mayan calendar ended, but it didn't come true.
We're still here, damn it. Well, I'll see you in hell then. I really need to visit
Mayans
Sydney.
made a mistake.
So if Sky of the Universe wanted to visit, man, I'm tired. If Sky of the Universe wanted to visit Sydney, Nova Scotia, how could he get there?
He has to drive east on Highway 20, make a right into Highway 85, then it go over the Brunswick borders and it's Highway 2. Then it go on the 104 train scan highway, then it go over the Causeway and it's 105, make a right in 125, make a left in Kings Road. And same way when Bass Guy drove to Sydney, Nova Scotia for my book launch in 2018.
Are you having a good time on the show tonight, Frankie?
Yes, I'm having a great time on the show.
What did you have for your breakfast this morning?
For dinner, I had Eastside Mario's Pizza.
Amazing. What do you have, all dressed? Pepperoni?
Pepperoni, bacon, and sausage.
What does that say on the sign up there? Trivia night, Wednesday? The sign
Trivia
above...
on Tuesday nights.
Wednesdays,
unplugged band. Saturday karaoke.
Cool. I like the sign. It's cool. I used to run music nights at a bar, and we had a sign like that, and I had to change the sign. Pat, there's something for you. I had a sign just like that, and I had to get up on a ladder and change the sign every week. It took about an hour or two. It was a long job. So who is Unplugged? What do they do?
Just a band, like guitar players, drums, and things like this.
I guess it's acoustic, right? Like they don't have lots of electric sounds.
They play guitars and things like this.
So Frankie, what is the weather going to be like from the beginning of the week Monday in North America?
It's going to bring lots of rain to the East Coast of the United States and Canada. And Japan's going to get more rain too. In Australia, it's getting really dry weather because it's going to turn cold and lots of rain. New Zealand too.
And what's going on in the news lately? Because I don't watch it.
And in South America, lots of rain. Amazon rainforest down in Brazil. They got a big storm coming off the coast of South America in Argentina.
When are we going to get electric storms in case Bass Guy gets hit by lightning again?
That means that happened in summer, July 2023.
When will we get thunderstorms over here in Montreal?
Pretty soon, in sometime in June or July. And to remember that means you have to keep an eye on the weather for Montreal on Fridays, especially Friday evening in Montreal for the Bass Guy show.
My window's pretty cool. I live on the floor. Everything I do is on the floor because my back hurts. So I look up out the window, and I saw 2 thunder strikes already. 2 thunders. I heard thunder twice and saw 1 light. So we've already had 2 thunderbolts, but it was really cold. I think it was cold air meeting warm air. We have hi Bass Guy, hi Frankie MacDonald, and this is from user 8go4r8u saying, more surprises is yet to come. I finally have a new girlfriend out of Los Angeles, says user someone. Well, cool. You heard it here first. Michael P. Mahone. Oh, it's Michael P. Mahone, the Can Man. The Can Man used to be on our show. He used to do a segment for like about 2 years. He used to call in and do the
sports segment.
He did the sports segment, yeah. I had a great time with Mike the Can Man, man. If anyone can, if you go onto Bass Guy Show YouTube and then look down in the middle, there's a little search engine for the channel and put in Can Man and you'll see Can Man. Let's see if we can find some, okay, Frankie?
They're Trevor Garner's up in heaven.
Trevor Gardner show. You were on his show for how many years, Frankie?
Lots of years. He died in 2025.
That's sad. And so did Scott. He passed away too. Let's see if we can find some Can Man. I put Cam Man, so that's not going to work. Okay, I'm searching now, and we got 2 cans of ravioli. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't find the words because I think it depends on the title and not the tags.
Back in one of the Bass Guy videos for 2019, harmonica say, "Hi, Bass Guy."
That's right, that video that you guys sent in. I'm looking for sports. Maybe there's some sports section. There's Scarlet. There's so much stuff that's old. What did I want to look up before? I forgot what I said to look up. We could look up the Thunderbolt.
Hey, did you hear about this? Just imagine that a guy was driving a monster truck down the street.
Why is he driving a monster truck down the street, Frankie?
The police will say.
Sir?
Then it'll be universe. Whoa!
Here it is, Frankie. Listen.
Then it'll be universe.
Whoa! Holy shit!
The new guy.
Frankie, wait. Lightning just hit right in front of the street in front of me. And all the power went off and came back on again. I should probably end the show. Do you remember that time, Frankie?
Yes.
That was a great time. And all the lights went out, as I said. It was right
July
in front of the window.
2023.
That's right. We got Frankie here. We got Bone Loads. Welcome, Bone Loads. Welcome to user. I'm losing my sight as when I'm tired. I can't see well. So, all of the AFL
The lightning struck
footy.
near Bass Guy Studio. That's the year before Bass Guy's apartment and studio renovation.
That's right. Is there any other moments in time that you'd like to see, Frankie, of the Bass Guy show in history?
That means to do the final Bass Guy show before renovation.
The final, what was that? The final show when?
The final show in 2023 before Bass Guy apartment renovation and the power.
What date would that be?
2020, late 2023 in December.
So if I put December 2023, and I can look through what we have here, you can see it here.
So much.
Oh, have you got a friend with you, Frankie?
A friend.
Okay, so let's look what we got here. So late December 2023, new video style, Christmas from Frankie MacDonald, snow removal, Sky of the Universe. It's not the greatest search engine in the world. Merry Christmas from Frankie MacDonald, new video style. Let me look for one of the shows. 10-year anniversary, freezing rain, Christmas Day. Wow. It feels like 1,000 years ago. Oh, here's one sideways from December 1st. When hello and happy Friday. Bass Guy show is tonight, December the 1st. It's also Jaco Pastorius' birthday. You can see him there. And there, he made it into the American Real Book, Songbook. And we're going to be playing tonight at 8:15 p.m. from Montreal, Eastern Standard Time. And then at 9 Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have, I think, Sky the Universe and Frankie MacDonald on as well. So we're going to play some drums. Those are my socks there. Stuff all over the place. We're just setting up. I've actually been setting up. You're right, Frankie. That's the studio before the flood, right?
That's before the flood, before the Bass Guy, before the apartment renovation.
7 this morning. That's right, and they did all the electrics. We had to move out of December the 1st, move out of the apartment, and then the flood, and then my brother Thomas passed away. It's been hell on earth, and now we're back through thick and thin. We have a Bass Guy Show website where you can go and help and support. We have a Patreon where you can go to Patreon and you can join and help there. And we usually have about 3 viewers and one or 2 tips a month. But we do our best. So Frankie, the only reason I'm doing the show is because you and Sky said to have to keep going, right?
Yes. And did you hear about this? Gary and Dino still do their show on Saturday. On Thursday, I recorded a video of myself for the Gary and Dino show. I sent it to them through email. I got to watch that then. Yeah, I remember I got the email. I've just been busy. So it says we got 9 minutes left, Frankie. Sorry. That means, and did you hear about this? Just imagine a guy sets up his hot dog cart up by the Yarns and Craft Shop on Charlotte Street in Sydney.
Why did he set up his hot dog cart, Frankie?
He's going to sell hot dogs.
He's trying to sell me Zoom here. That's what I was trying to look up. And thank you, Sky of the Universe, just reminded me. I don't usually look up stuff, but I like doing it.
Then the police will show up and say,
I'm going to look up the Rex. No Rex. I'll try Filmbox.
Then the police officer will say,
what will he say? Here it is. I found it. You can watch it later, but here's a whole episode I did on the Filmbox. I used to have theme weeks every week.
God, my life.
Check this out.
It's the whole world that we're broadcasting to. We're going to play some bass guitar today. We're going to play some fretless, some slapping.
This is 10 years ago.
Bass guitar, some guitar. We're going to sing. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff. And we also...
I was one of the first streamers ever. And get zero respect for it, like a YouTube perspective.
Of course, have you, the good people, whom this show would be nothing without. So let's welcome the people on the wall. Sheila, leave me alone. That's Sheila. She's my psychic nutritionalist. There's Slaughter and Focus. As soon as I say hello to the wall... This is another story in the news. Swan robot used in Singapore's reservoirs. Environmental Research Institute and Tropical Marine Science Institute of can't read what I wrote.
4 years ago.
was the
That's
bass.
the last Rob and Slim show this month, 4 years ago.
That's before the Rob and Slim show. That was a long time ago. We do different themes every week. Like that was movie theater week, and changed the whole show into movie theater. We used to do 10 shows a week, Frankie. A lot of shows.
Rob and Slim ended their podcast May 25th, 2022.
Okay. Well, I hope you get well soon, Mr. MacDonald. Your father's giving us an update on here that he's been diagnosed with a chronic illness, either long COVID or something like that started 4 years ago. I feel like that sometimes myself too. Like I never used to have I don't smoke, so but I always have like a bad throat, and it's just been ever since COVID. It's been constant. Like everything's been a bit heavier. So these people who say things aren't real and it's a conspiracy, they go screw themselves, because it is real. Hope everyone has a great weekend, and I hope you get well soon too, Mr. MacDonald. Would you like to say anything to your dad, Frankie?
I get well soon.
I've had fun tonight, Frankie. It's been a really cool night.
That means Monica's doing great in Bonaventure, Quebec.
She's in Bonaventure, Quebec, and we're here in Montreal, and you're in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and your dad's in Halifax, right?
Yes, he's making music.
Oh, Canada, our home and land we stole.
If he plays the piano really, really, really well, and if he learns a lot of techniques to piano, that means he'll be making a whole ball game music on SoundCloud.
That's right. He got a new piano, right, and ordered it from the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, my mouth is so dry from my pills. I have spinal damage, Frankie. I'm in a lot of pain. That's the main thing that slows me down and makes me bitchy and moody, because I want to do lots of stuff, but when your back hurts...
Have a great night to my father.
Mr. MacDonald, from Frankie MacDonald and Jack Casey, we wish you a great night and to get better. Come on, Larry, you can do better than that.
Best of luck here. I'm Frank MacDonald. You're listening to Bass Guy Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie MacDonald live on a Bass Guy Show. We'll be back with some more music in 5 minutes. Love you, Frankie. Thank you very much, people. Okay, so everything is working. I was a bit concerned it wasn't, but I just checked things and things seem to be working. And I would really like to have more energy for the show right now, but I'm really, really, really tired because I got up at like 4 and I've been struggling just lying on my back trying to, like I said, I moved all the guitar pedals and I moved things around, and it's just like an unbelievable amount of work and out of the 3 million things. But people don't want that anymore. They don't want a show with sounds and lights and different things. And I haven't even realized that the chat isn't working. That's driving me crazy too. I don't have time to... I used to relax more during the shows, and then I would just like, oh, it is working. Okay. There we go. So I try to pull it off. I always keep the show going. But if you just stop and be like, oh, I'll go read the chat now, and I'll take my mouse and I'll go read the chat now. This is what it looks like. So I avoid all those moments. So I'm always like filling up the space and making sure things are going on or whatever. So reminder to adjust the volume. Thank you, Pat. I completely forgot. Number 3 is the code for that. So when the Zoom ending meets, I go into the line in. Yeah, and it turned it down to 67. And it turned my computer output, that's the volume that you guys hear, it turned it down to 60, and it should be at like 95. So there we go. And I know YouTube tries to compensate for it and fix it, whatever. So there's a dépanneur that Pat filmed for us. And we got the Couche-Tard there. People used to call into Bass Guy City, so I still have that there. And I'm feeling a little bit peckish, so I think it's time to go to the Couche-Tard right now and pick up some snacks. I'm going to get myself one of those burritos and put it in the microwave for 5 minutes, defrost it. And I think I'll get myself a cappuccino. Pat, what do you want? Thank you, Pat. I love the Pink Floyd albums and music, man. I've really fallen in love with it. I'm going to try another song now that I don't remember or know, but I will learn it. Most people would wait. Yeah, I can hardly keep up, and I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm talking to Frankie for 45 minutes. I should just keep it to 15 because I want to do music. I don't care if people watch or not. I don't give a shit anymore. It's not my fault if people have ACOCD, whatever, 3Q. Playing video games and scrolling every 5 seconds. But right now I can't even see. I'm so tired. My vision is blurry. So I don't know this song, but I just like it. I like the chords. This is a very heavy object here as well. We have the Shaka block. I'll have to stop the camera for this. And this is the Shaka block. This is made by Sandy. It's very heavy, heavier than a brick. And she made it handmade in heavy, thick glass, very heavy. And she had it sent all the way from Florida up to here during the old shows, 2014, 15, 16. And there was one number missing on my postcode, even though my name's on the mailbox and all that. No, it's never happened before, ever. The guy sent it. It was missing one number on the postcode, so they sent it back to Florida. And I think she each time paid $80. So $160 to get this block sent to me. And this is what powers the show. This is the nuclear reactor. This is the Shaka block. And when it's on, no matter what happens, it repels 8 million shundai.
Where?
Just secretly too lazy.
And we have a commercial for that as well. So again, it'd be amazing to have a second. That's my dream, is to one day have like a second person helping do the show. But that's been my gimmick for the whole year, is doing an entire show on my own, live in one take, with adverts and graphics and music and different angles, and no one gives a shit. I started this a billion years ago. 2013.
There are 7 cases in Nova Scotia currently isolated. Yes,
So the date of this show is it's 7 years ago.
they closed Canadian-American border down.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, animals of all ages.
Shut up!
Hey man, where are we?
Oh wow, that was coronavirus, and that was my first reaction when coronavirus first hit. Like, you remember when it hit and no one even knew what was going on? Like, people kind of heard about it, but I went to the grocery store and all the toilet paper and meat was gone. And I thought, you fucking assholes, there's a world global crisis, even if it's fake or real or whatever. That's just dumb, stupid internet people. Of course it's real. And the first thing people do is they go and buy all the meat and toilet paper. I'll have 50 packs of meat and 17 packs of toilet paper for myself instead of sharing. It was before they came out with like rationing rules. And I just thought, that's human behavior. When I think about what human behavior is really like, I just think of people driving. When you look how people drive, everyone wants to be first, and they go through the stop sign and they look at their phone, and it's disgusting. The way people drive is absolutely fucking disgusting. And when a crisis hits, what's the first thing people do? They clear out all the toilet paper and all the meat. And I thought, yep, that's people.
Hello and welcome to another video. Today, if I look at my computer, is March the 18th, 2020. And this is episode 1179 of The Bass Guy Show. And I have something very special to show you here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Shaka block.
The latest breakthrough in shundai repellent technology is finally here.
This was made by one of our greatest friends and fans and supporters, Sandy.
Introducing the amazing Shaka block.
I want to thank you for this, Sandy. She sent it from Florida a couple of years ago, and when she mailed it, it was missing one digit on the postal code, so they sent it back. She was very upset. She didn't give up, and she sent it back to me again.
Specially designed to withstand shundai of any size.
And for years, this Shaka block has been defeating the shundai. What are the shundai? Well, the shundai are anything bad. Anything bad. It could be comparing, self-loathing, self-esteem. It could be the ego. It could be greed and corruption and power.
With 7 levels of high-powered, Shaka-enhanced gamma rays, guaranteed to deflect, defeat, and destroy the shundai.
Anything bad in your life, the Shaka block has different levels to defeat the shundai.
The results are astounding. Worldwide, across the globe, from coast to coast, and for thousands of miles, frowns are instantly turning to smiles with the all-new Shaka block.
And that's all I have to say today, is that the Shaka block is with you, and the Bass Guy Show is with you.
Don't wait. Make the bad stuff go away. Get your Shaka Block today.
And don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and millions of kittens and puppies will be like rolling down the meadows, all happy. I should do that more often. Like I have actually, like for the, so sometimes people say like, you should do this, you should try that. I've done everything underwater, upside down 15 times in HD with graphics sideways, and being authentic and being myself. And it's you do the show and there's like 3 people watch and you get like a $10 tip. That's the reality of what's going on. It's not enough. Imagine just what I'm supposed to do. Play the bass and make an album or something, you know, like here's my MP3 and that's it. Just the music, no visuals, no nothing, no talking and dancing and show and guests and everything. Instead of doing 8 zillion things, that's still not enough, you know? And that's what the internet is. Someone comes on. I saw there's a bass player who's been playing for years, a great bass player, and he was playing bass and his wife started dancing behind him. This happened this week. His wife was just like dancing to his bass, and his video went viral and he got like 1 million views and his whole channel and life blew up. Not because of his bass playing, not because he's been a jazz musician his whole life and been nailing it musically and delivering sharing everything you do for free. That's what social media is. Share everything for free. Everybody work for free, and just oversaturation. And then his wife dances behind him and goes, you know, does like a Bill Cosby move or something, and the guy gets fucking 2 million views. Nothing has anything to do with anything. That's why I'm enjoying Pink Floyd. Because Pink Floyd was talking about this shit a long time ago and talking about repression and social media and fucked upness. This is a song that I need to learn, but I'm going to play it anyways. And this is a song called Dogs. And it's about people imagine being an animal and you've got a collar on your neck and someone controls you and you're controlled and you have anyways. Yeah, it's about dogs and repression and stuff. And sorry for talking and telling the truth. Well, truth, just what I feel. So yeah, go Habs go or something like that. Thanks for watching. That's right, Scott.
sad old man, all alone and dying of cancer. When you lose control, you'll reap the harvest that you have sown. And as the fear grows, and the bad blood turns to stone, turns to stone. And it's too late to lose the weight that you used to need to throw around. So have a good drown as you go down. By the stone, 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 was fitted with a collar and chain, who was giving a pat on the back, who was breaking away from the back, who was breaking away from the back, and who was only a stranger at home, who was only a stranger at home, and who was ground out in the end, who was ground out in the end, and who was found dead on the telephone, and who was dragged down by a stone, and who was dragged down by a stone, 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 stone.
Thanks for watching tonight. Basically, I'll see you. No fear. stat. You know, could have done better. Could have the fucking date that did in my life. I said, hey, no, you didn't. Hi, you didn't. Not too bad, you know. He's a wee bit of a chance I like. I've always been bad. I've done 100 million gigs for nothing. I can't get shit done, but I've always been crazy.
you. There seems to be a lot of him about. Without and who'll deny it's what the fighting's all about. It's too late to throw around the weight that you used to need. So have a good drown. Drive down by. Stop, 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 stop,
Thank you for watching tonight's show. Thank you, Sky of the Universe, John and Fan and Pat for always helping out. Happy birthday to David Attenborough. And if he's 100 years old today, man, he's always telling us to care about the environment more and to think about what we do and use and to learn and educate ourselves. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Leave a comment. All of those things. It's free and it helps the show. If you'd like to help the show, you can go to bassguyshow.com and click on the tip button, and you can tip and help us out. Everything goes back into the show, the wires, the strings, everything. A ton of work. We make about $10 a show. So, yep, a lot of fun. Today was May the 8th. Now it's May the 9th. May the 9th be with you. And I hope you today enjoyed today's show on a Bass Guy Show. We're live every single Friday at this time in your area, wherever you are. This is the time the show ends. Don't forget to take a post-it note and write it down. Write it down on a post-it note, stick it on your fridge, and then you'll remember. You can join our Patreon for free, and you get a whole bunch of stuff that no one else can see. And if you join for $5 or $7 a month, you help the show out, and you never have to think about it once you do that installment once. I'd like to thank the free, I think there's 20 free members and 5 paid. And all my albums and music, everything is completely for free on jackcasey.bandcamp.com. You can get my albums there. There's about 50 albums, about 8 million hours of stuff, all completely free. And we haven't sold a shirt or a cup or anything in about 2 years, but there's photos and cups and all that crap, but I never push it because I just hate all that shit. Today's show is brought to you by Enlightenment Industries. Your enlightenment is our industry. Bass Guy loves you, no fear. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. Let's have a wee look at the Bass Guy Show. "10 years ago. A random clip. If I can find one, I'm scrolling. I'm looking for 2016 if I can find it. Here's one from 2016.
Different theme every weekend. I've been really sick for the last 2 weeks almost. Very bad cold and flu, and I thought, well, you know, I want to do a theme that cheers me up. We're located live here in Montreal, and if I remove the Forest app, you'll see that it's dreich and dreary. It's cold out there. It's like frickin' 5 degrees outside. That means it's like 5 degrees away from freezing, and it's May the 2nd. So I thought if we did Jungle Week, maybe the warm, hot wetness might cheer me up. So you're watching The Bass Guy, which is a live, interactive music comedy chat show where you can call into the show and you can get active and interactive. jungle, the mighty jungle, Larry sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, Larry sleeps tonight. Larry. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, Larry, the producer, sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, Larry sleeps tonight. Jungle Week. This is my life. I like life. The mighty jungle, Larry sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, Larry sleeps tonight. In the bathroom, the mighty bathroom, Larry the producer sleeps tonight. In the bathroom, the mighty bathroom, Larry the producer sleeps tonight. Watching the Bass Guy Show. It is Jungle Week. We hope you enjoy the show today. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Jungle, the mighty jungle, Larry sleeps tonight. Away, away, yeah, 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 Larry. Away, away, yeah, 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 Larry. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, Larry sleeps tonight. That's got a jungle call coming in. That's my bank trying to sell me life insurance. I'm really tired of it, actually. Hello? Oh, good. They hung up when I answered. I almost answered it. It could have been like, Mr. Casey, this is Hemorrhoids Limited. We've got your parcel in. Would you like us to deliver it today? I'm like, I'm not Jack. That's another Jack. You're looking for John. I'm Jack. Could have been one of those moments. You're watching the frickin' Bass Guy Show. Okay, Larry, can we just, like, turn off all sound effects and, like, just chill and be normal for, like, once? Whatever. So there you go, a little introduction. I've never jammed that before, so I just done gone learned it on the spot. That's the fun part about improvising. So we have Jungle Week, and we're hoping that this week's theme will help warm us up. We're actually, those trees are not real. Those magic mushrooms, they're real in the mind's eye. But we're trying to warm up the streets here. It's cold and dreich in the clouds and sick and cold, so I really was hoping that the jungle would cheer us up. So, let's go to the people on the wall. Hello, Coach Ray in Philadelphia. Hope the Jungle Cat stops by. The Jungle Cat should stop by. We really hope that Scarlet pops by, actually. It would be really good to see Scarlet. So I've got a clipboard here, and we're going to do some stuff. Hello, Sand Monster tweeted this. Yeah, please tweet this, share this, get the message out. We've got quite a few viewers on right now for Monday, which is fun, which is good. Hello, T-Bros in New York City. Almost certainly failed to clean up my fridge. So I guess people are cleaning. It's a bank holiday in Monday. Sad Monster, Kurt, Gajen, whole bunch of people here. Thanks for tuning in. It's really nice that we can hang out here. We just lost the Sky Show. There's hundreds of other people, idiots like me, with their own stupid podcasts and shows. And why give all your money in that to the big giants and corporate people? Fight the power. Don't watch TV and commercials and read magazines that tell you to lose weight and be a better person and get more exercise. Fuck that bullshit. Watch the Bass Guy Show. On the street, my hair is red. My name is Ted. Let's go to school. Then go to... No, we can't say that. We're too young. That's okay. Let's go down the street, have some fun. Drink your milk. Calcium. Drink your milk on the Bass Guy Show. You're watching the Bass Guy Show. I have no idea what's going on, and I like it.
Colorful toucans like to hang around the canopy eating leaves, fruit, and nuts. Here is one of the most recognizable creatures in the Amazon, the red-eyed tree frog. It has suction cups
mango in a garden, sweet as can be. Got a mango in a garden, full of mystery. Got a mango in a garden, from original tree. Got a mango in a garden,
playing with my maracas. Get in my... It's the Jungle Book. Let me tell you what I can tell you about this. The Jungle Book and Other Jungle Favorites. Cover right here.
Toasters. Power up the toasters.
It's live right here on the internet from beautiful Montreal, Canada. Prepare your innards for music, comedy, live guests, gimmicks, and more. Buckle up and get ready for a Shaka Springboard Blast Back.